Hello and welcome to Gifts. This is God's insight for the soul. Thank you so much for being here. I am Bridget. My lovely co-host Lori and we started doing God's gift for the soul because we love communicating with that one power that is benevolent that we call God. And when we sit and in communication with God, we feel his benevolence and we love to share that with other people. So we started this where we bring two or three people together. You can ask a question, you can provide a situation that you'd like some insight on, or we can pull an angel card. And the beauty of it is when we do it in a group, there's synergy that is created. So whether Lori is talking or somebody else is asking a question, there is something in the message for everybody, whether you're here physically on the call with us or you're tuning in at a later date. If you're hearing the words, we just encourage you to tap in and ask how it is speaking to you in the moment. Um, we were just talking before we hit record that we are not meant to do life alone. And this is one of the ways that we get to share how we communicate with our creator and share that with others. So tap in, ask your creator, what's in this message for me? Maybe it's just to meet us, maybe it's for something much more, but tap in for yourself and ask those questions. So with that, again, I'm Bridget, Lori and I, and our lovely participant for this evening, Sherry. We will dive right in and get started.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, Sherry.
Okay, so I don't have a question because I'm all questioned out. So I'm just going to give it to God and let's pull a card.
Okay, do you want deck Gertrude, Genevieve, or Gidget?
Ooh, Genevieve.
Wasn't Gidget a TV show?
Uh-huh.
All right. It is your card.
Okay.
Would please be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Bridget, I'm ready if
Go right ahead.
Okay. So the first thing that came up was always, it's so easy for us to forgive other people. Where do you not forgive yourself? Where do you continue to find fault and wrongness for being human? Right? That's the biggest thing. When we recognize our human will always make mistakes, our human will always lack, our human will always like do dumb things, our human will forever be growing. And what if you could actually, and it seems weird to go forgive myself for being human, but sometimes the words are just symbols for something deeper that we don't have words for, right? So what if we just use the words? Are you willing to forgive yourself for being human? Are you willing to love yourself in all of your faults and flaws and fuck ups and fornications and fuckery and fumbles and faux pas? And I don't know why I'm supposed to be starting all of these with, because I know faux pas isn't faux pas spelled with PH. I was going to say with an F, but I think faux pas spelled with PH. or maybe it's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Here's the point. I don't know why the F is coming. Maybe because it's forgive. Okay. I love it. But the point is, and I know we're kind of joking around and making light of this, but I want you to close your eyes, Sherry, and I just want you to sit and I want you to go all the way down to the very bottom of your spine, down to where our root chakra is. And I just want you to sit there, even if it is alone, by yourself, even if it feels lonely. Sit there for just a minute and just ask, if I was capable of forgiving myself for being human, would I? And when you hear the yes, remind yourself, if you have the thought of it, you have the capacity for it. And it might not come in this moment and it might not come tomorrow, but the more you allow yourself to forgive yourself for being human, the more the love for your human will emerge. Bridget?
That was lovely. The first thing, Sherry, that so Lori has a saying that I know you have heard many times also. She says a lot, from from the mouth, the heart speaks. And it's usually right, pay attention to our words because that's what come right. And I started writing down, from the mouth, the heart speaks. And that image that was first shown looked like it was coming from the heart. And I immediately went to the heart and I was like, the mouth, from the mouth, the heart speaks. That, and I like how it said something about there's an exchange and what the body is holding on to. And as Lori was talking, I kept getting, yeah, and it's looking at the opposites of what we think forgiveness is. If you and I'm going to speak from a paradigm of God and Jesus, but if you're tuning in to this episode and you don't resonate with those words, substitute your own words. But I know these are words that Sherry resonates with as well, right? So, if you were Jesus hanging on the cross, that's how much forgiveness you have in you, the same amount of forgiveness. If you were Jesus hanging from the cross, would you forgive you?
Yeah.
In all those areas that you hold yourself to need his forgiveness for.
Mm.
Wow. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because if I don't do that, if I can't forgive myself the way that Jesus forgave me, I'm taking away what he did. I'm not above Jesus.
Preach,
Yeah.
queen.
He's above me.
Preach it.
And if I don't forgive all of those things, I'm going to use an F word, then everything is just a facade.
So good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
All right, Bridget. A, B, or C?
Let's do C.
Can you guys hear that? This one? Yep. Okay. There. There's your card. Family. Oh, this is little writing. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surrender this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Now, here's what I want to encourage you guys with. If you are not watching, if you are watching and you are not Bridget, Bridget didn't ask about a situation, right? And so, but this is something that God is desiring to heal for Bridget, right? Whatever this is. And so, as I was reading that, to imagine or to allow what comes up for you as I read this, right? And so this is how it doesn't necessarily have to be something coming from us. Like, what do I want to know? And this is the situation that I want to fix. God will speak to us and go, hey, that thing that you weren't even thinking about, I love you. And I want to heal this part, and you're ready to heal it, or it wouldn't have come up. So Bridget, whatever that is that came up in your mind while I was reading that, I go back to, like, what's coming up is what we've talked about so many times in our container about how things represent and labels are used in our patterning to teach us how to understand things, but they don't necessarily mean that on the energetic plane. And I just keep hearing, like, you have such a mother's heart, and it doesn't matter whose kids they are, and it doesn't matter how they show up, because a lot of times our little kid that needs to be loved is inside of these adult bodies. And the healing that you provide with that mother's heart is a surrogate for all of us that don't have great, beautiful memories or relationships or programs with that mom role in our life. And don't ever, like, sell short the way that you even love the child in me, and how much healing my child in me gets just by your nurturing spirit when we're in relationship. Whether I notice it or you notice it or we don't notice it, it's happening. And when I come away from you and I feel nourished, that is your mom energy loving on the parts of me that my mom wasn't able to.
Thanks. It's it's so funny. Right as I was pulling in, right before getting on here, and I told you guys I was just at my niece's basketball game, and as I was driving in here, I was like, "Ah, it's so fun to go cheer on kids that didn't come from me, like to mom them and cheer them on, even though I didn't birth them. Like it's so like they're so fun, and I'm so thankful to be able to choose to go do that.
Yeah. Love
You
it.
have an entire world that you get to be the mother to.
Mm,
Love it.
thank you.
Love it. Bridget, do you want to pull a card out of your deck or do you want me to pull out a card out of one of these?
Let's do one of those.
Okay. So Sherry, which deck? 4, 9, or 11?
11.
That is my card. Okay. Bridget, my card says, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held gripped, that you've tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Oh, release and surrender is what. Do you want me to read that again or are you good?
Yeah, one more time.
Okay. Release and surrender. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Okay.
The first time you read through it, and what I was getting was this big surrender movement. So then when you said it, the title was Release and Surrender, I was like, yeah, that. And again, I almost go back to Sherry's forgiveness card and
Mm.
Jesus on the cross and how he surrendered to it all. He surrendered to being 100% human and 100% spirit. And this radiant light that you hold, Lori, is it like uh, enlightens, it ignites in those surrendering moments. It
Mm.
grows brighter in those moments of surrender. And the other thing that I got was the thoughts, surrendering the thoughts, and allowing, as you surrender, allowing that creation to be birthed is what, yeah,
Mm. Mm.
surrender away the thoughts.
Do you know what's so interesting about? So, my first child, I almost died. Like they literally had to race me into the OR and like make sure I stayed alive because I was going to die. And so when I was having my second child and they're like, do you want an epidural? I'm like, no, because then I won't feel the pain if the same thing happens again, right? Because the pain was what was indicating like, hey, something's wrong. I'm in a lot of pain that's weird. Something's wrong, right? So I'm like, no, I want the pain because then I'll know if something's wrong. So no, I don't want the epidural. No. And they kept coming in going, you're a really good candidate. You're a really good candidate. You're a really good candidate. And I'm like, no, no, no. And finally the doctor himself came in and said, you are wound up so tight down there that until your body releases and surrenders, that baby's not coming out.
Mm.
And so they gave me the epidural, not for pain elimination, but to
Mm-hmm.
actually cause my body to surrender so that my child could be birthed. And I've never, ever recognized the preempting to birth is surrender.
Mm.
And like, I want to cry right now because there's all these reasons, like we're always told surrender, 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 but we don't always have a tangible like reason to surrender, right? Like, okay, surrender because this is bad. Surrender because I'm in control. Surrender because there's something wrong with me because I'm trying to control everything because my ego, right? It's always like something that you do instead of doing this bad thing. But to recognize surrender being the preempting to birthing what I came to the planet to birth. Ooh, my girl parts her Twitter page. So well done, Bridget. That was woo, like, yeah, it makes me want to cry and blush and be elated. And yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
That is super fun. Thank you,
Yeah.
ladies. Yes. So, this is a little taste of what gifts is. We have a calendar link in the description. Lori and I come on 3 times a week, and we would love for you to come and join us. And again, you can ask a question. Um, provide a situation, and we just give some insight. This space is for us to do life together in community and tap into how our Creator is speaking to us. So,
And I do want to just say really quick, because I don't think we say this enough. And most of the time when people come on here, they're willing to come on screen with their name
mhm,
and everything. If you're watching this and you're like, man, I would love to do that, but I wouldn't want anyone to know. You can come on, you can put nothing in your name. You could put triple X and then like turn your camera off. You can be 100% anonymous if you want to. So if being on screen deters you, don't let it. Bridget and I have so much to give, and without receivers, like we're like the Dead Sea. So please come, let us serve you and bless you and honor you in what God has for you.
yes.
All right, until next time. Bye.